right. Hi, students. Welcome back to the virtual math. On iReady this week, you will be taking a quiz if you have not already, adding fractions that have denominators of tenths and 100ths. So I just want to pop on here real quick and give you a quick lesson before you take the quiz. If you've already taken the quiz, I'm sorry. I didn't get it to you earlier. But if you haven't, hopefully this helps. Okay, so remember, when we add fractions, they have to have the same denominators. They have to be parts of the same whole. So this week, they're not. We have tenths and hundredths, okay? All right, so I have three problems up here. The first problem, we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to find an equivalent fraction for 5/10 with the denominator of 100ths. Okay, so in order to do this, you need to get a denominator of 100. Okay. Oops, sorry. I didn't want to do that. Sorry, my bad. All right, so I already have it here. So, all right, so what am I going to multiply by 10 to get a denominator of 100? That's right, 10. Okay, so 10 times 10 is 100. Now, remember, to find an equivalent fraction, what you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. What you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. So if I multiply by 10 for the denominator, I have to multiply by 10 with the numerator. So 5 times 10 would give me 50. Okay, so 5/10 is equivalent to 50 100ths. All right, now let's actually look at an addition problem. We have 4/10 plus 21 100ths. Problem here is they do not have the same denominators, so I cannot add these two fractions together. I have to find an equivalent fraction for 4/10 that has a denominator of 100ths. So I'm going to go ahead and put 100ths here because that's my goal. I want to get a denominator of 100ths so they can both have the same denominator. They're parts of the same whole. I can add them together. So I have to find that equivalent fraction. So what can I multiply by 10 to give me 100? That's right, 10. And when we're doing equivalent fractions, we know if you multiply by 10 for the denominator, you have to multiply 10 for the numerator. Well, 4 times 10 is 40. Correct. So now 4/10 is equivalent to 40 100ths. So now that I have the same denominators, I can go ahead and add 40 100ths plus 21 100ths, and that's going to give me 61 100ths. Okay, remember, you have to find an equivalent fraction and they have to have the same denominators before you can add them. Now, I hope when you're doing math that you're actually using some scrap paper, like a sheet of notebook paper, drawing paper, whatever, to do your math work on. I hope you're not doing it in your head, because this next problem, I really don't want you doing it in your head. This next problem, they give you 400ths plus 4/10 in word form. I want you to go ahead and write it in number form. So 400ths would look like this. This way you can easily see it. And 4/10 would look like this. Now, you cannot add these two fractions together. Why? Because they don't have the same denominators. So you have to go ahead and find an equivalent fraction. I think it's easier for right now to do 4/10 and find an equivalent fraction to where it has 100 as a denominator. So, what can we multiply by 10 to get 100? That's right, 10. All right, what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. What you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. So if I multiply by 10 on the bottom, I have to multiply by 10 on the top. So 4 times 10 is 40. So now I can take this fraction plus this fraction and add them together because they are parts of the same whole and they have the same denominator. So 4 100ths plus 40 100ths gives you 44 100ths. Okay, well, I hope this helps. Good luck on your quiz if you have not taken it yet, and we'll see you next time.